was maddening and a turd sandwich and not a highlight reel. Let's just burn it, except the fact that Oscarino has a stranglehold of that fifth spot in the rotation with a stellar start, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned on an Adam Duvall solo shot because of course, and 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, a career high. His fastball was crackling and his slider was moving and grooving and causing Miami to be frozen statues at the plate. Just absolutely incredible stuff. And Ronald Acuna Jr. is on another galaxy with another stat sheet stuffing night. 3 walks, a triple, steal, and 2 runs scored. And he scored on a sacrifice fly in the 3rd behind second base, a PF flyer activation night. We had a 2-1 lead and a pitcher's duel for several innings. Sandy Alcantara was amazing as well. And then we went into add-on mode in the 7th with a leadoff single by Alex Jackson, who was stellar behind the plate and at the plate single, and started it. A nice sacrifice bunt by Ender Inciarte, but he couldn't do it when it really mattered. But nice execution, ABC baseball there. And then Pablo Sandoval with another pro at bat. 11-pitch walk off Sandy Alcantara, fouled off the kitchen sink. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. worked a great walk. Bases loaded, 1 out for Ozzie Albies. Got a meatball fastball, and I thought he got it for another grand slam, but I guess the wind got it or something. Adam Duvall made a nice leaping catch because it would have been a bases clearing one, but we had to settle for a sacrifice fly. And Pablo Sandoval badly misread it, so base running blunder got caught big time. So it was kind of a weird double play there, but we did get the extra run, so 3-1. And when Luke Jackson's the best part out of your bullpen, especially for the Braves, that's not a good sign. He was able to work around a Chisholm double and get out of that. And then in the 8th, it became walkathon, Walkapalooza, gray hair growing. AJ Minter and Nate Jones needed a GPS and a compass and a flare to get some help because neither of them had it. They combined for 5 walks, and it could have been a lot worse had it not been for the laser throw by Alex Jackson. Birdie trying to steal second base was called out upon review. Yeah, I don't understand replay either, but we got a break there, and I thought that would get AJ on the beam. It didn't. He walked Starling Marte and Dickerson back-to-back, and Nate Jones came in, tried to rescue it. Gave up a cement mixer slider double to Garrett Cooper, who was a pest. 3 RBIs on the night, tied it at 3. Then Nate Jones walked 2, but somehow we were able to get out of that tied 3-3. Will Smith had an easy breezy 1-2-3 9th with a couple of deep counts, but back on the beam for him, so that's a good sign. And we had a really good chance to walk it off in the 9th after Adam Simber just uncorked some really bad breaking balls to Riley and Jackson, back-to-back hit by pitches. And then Ender Inciarte with one of the worst at-bats I've ever seen. He had one job, get the runners over, and he didn't even have the bat head out there, just stabbed at 3 pitches. Absolutely god-awful. No other way to say it. I almost would have rather Christian Pache pinch hit and try to bunt. At least it would have looked a little better, I think. And then Edgar Andrianza got a 2-0 count, off stride, pop out, and Ronald Acuna Jr. coaxed a great walk down 2 strikes. He's just so locked in right now. Bases loaded, 2 out for Ozzie. Really good at bat, but it didn't result in the walk-off we were all hoping for. Grounded out to first to end that threat, and then the lovely extra inning rules we all love, know and love not. Birdie started at second. Jacob Webb, another victim of the duck snort. 3 consecutive, less than 100-mile-an-hour, hit them where they ain't. He sawed off Sterling Marte on the first pitch of the inning, and it was kind of it looked like a simple pop-up to Ozzie, but then he got twisted and turned, and then it turned into a tweener right off his wrist. And then Garrett Cooper, a flare single, and a Brian Anderson squeaker double down the line, barely fair, at 5-3, and he did a fabulous job just to limit it to only 2 runs, but our offense execution was terrible late, as I just described, and we only had 4 hits. Freddie, 0 for 5, ground out. Marcell was doing a strikeout, and then a Dancy Swanson ground out, and that's all she wrote. It was really, really ugly. Hope we'll be able to bounce back tomorrow and get back on the winning track. But this one was ugly. I don't want to think about it anymore. And the way the Braves have lost early this season is maddening and pull my hair out worthy. And I hope we just get some consistency somewhere, somehow. So as always, go Braves. We'll try to bounce back.